And we should be live. Let me just stop that. There you go. How's everyone doing this Sunday morning, afternoon, or evening, or Monday morning, wherever you are? Let me just sort a few things out. So we have logical waste. This logos, hello. Justin 3D, hello. And we should be live. Oh no, you stay quiet. All done, all done, all there. Okay, now we're live again. Paul, eccentric nut, something good to watch while I clean the kitchen. Brownie points. Clash with Kramert. Robert, I know, David. Oh, David. Oh, Kisa. Demons, good evening, everyone. We have the successor to what I think it's probably one of the most popular 3D printers of, well, the last couple of years, I think, the CR-10. I know they've sold hundreds of thousands of units of this thing. So yeah, now there's the version 2. So it has quite a lot to live up to. Steve, hello, from Malta. Substantia spaventacorvi. Spaventapasseri. Imagination to form. Pixel Fred, okay. Rushmore 3D. Printed. Wow, okay. Filling up very fast. Good. So yeah, apparently this is still on pre-order. I believe I'm the first one to have this. At least I haven't seen anything in the wild, and Creality tweeted out that this is the first one out there. So yay me. And I also saw that there was some kind of special offer on the Creality Instagram where they had like the first 10 orders were like $2.99, which have gone now. Then it's $3.99 and then it's $4.99. But anyway, so yeah, these are the parts. I've noticed quite a few different things from the original CR10, even from the CR10S Pro, things I really like. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to open the electronics box. Yes, it's still a separate box. Personally, I believe I feel like it's done like this with the external control box, just to sort of give tribute to the original CR10. But yeah, I'll show you all the details very soon. But for now, all I want to do is, because I want to confirm that this is a Meanwell power supply now that they have in here. The specs on the side show a 350 watt Meanwell power supply. So I just want to confirm. I'm waiting for a Creality direct drive, quiet drivers, quiet fans, removable flex plate IDEX. So the IDEX, however, I've seen somewhere on their site where you can actually order this as a direct drive, but no more information has been released yet. I also know that it has a mounting plate for a BL Touch, which can be easily installed. I don't have instructions for those either, but I will, and then I'll do a video about it. Hey, Marianne, hello. Blue smoke, please. No. No blue smoke. So, it is a Meanwell power supply. So, let's change camera. Hold on. Let's focus. Focus. Actually, you know what? Hold on. There. So this is a 350 watt 24 volt power supply. So they're no longer running on 12 volts. It is Meanwell, which is really good. Wiring, very pretty, done really well. I don't know which board it has, but I'm hoping it's silent. Yeah, looking good. Pokon, good evening. They mean well. So that's one. Hello, 3D Medic Vince. I mean. I wonder if I can buy stock in Meanwhile with all the power supplies and 3D printers. That's very true. I'm guessing they've done really well from themselves since 3D printing has come out in full force. No bed MOSFET. Not that I can see. No, I do not see a bed MOSFET anywhere. I see a fan. Nope, and just the board. No MOSFET. Oh, full SD card. Not a mini SD card, micro SD card. Is it still hardwired to the printer or are there connectors? There are connectors. So they changed the connectors. Decent connectors. There. Whoop. So these are the new, oh, come on. There, up, there. These are the new connectors. You have two of these connectors, and then you have this one. This is for the bed. It's the aviation plug connector. So yeah. Thanks, Mommy. Show us the inside of the box. In order to show you the inside of the box, I'd have to literally take out all the power supply and has all bolts in here. Okay, I'll put it to a vote. Would you guys want me to remove the power supply so you can see the inside of the box? Let me know. On 3, 2, 1, go. And I'll wait 30 seconds for the delay. So while that's going on, it has a new bed plate. Bed plate is glass. It's not flexible, of course. I don't want to break it. And it has kind of like the, I forgot what it's called. The anacubic thingamabob that comes off when it's cool. So yeah. Nice clips on the bed to put it in place and hold it there. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Most of you said yes. Okay, so we'll just take it apart again. Shouldn't take too long. Don't turn it on, tear it apart. I could. I wouldn't mind. Oh, definitely not replaceable stepper drivers. Hey, Carmelo, hola. ¿Cómo estás? Ultra bass, that's the word, ultra bass. Where you goes back to some country, yes, pretty much. Okay, so that comes off. Next, too small. Martin, no, but this, I believe this, I can see this more, as I said, as a tribute to the original CR-10. Since that started the whole thing with the boxes. It does look prettier though. Okay, hold on. I'll show you in a second. There you go. So, let's switch cameras. Let's zoom in. It's a version 2.5.2 board. Full-size SD card. Integrated stepper drivers. It has a fan cooling the board and then another fan on the end of the board. See, there. Oops, sorry, there. Nothing extraordinary. Is the blue parts anodized aluminum or aluminium, depending where you are? Yes, they are. Except for the Hotend enclosure, which is injection molded plastic. I'll give you a better look very soon. Let me just put this back together somehow. There. Something stringy. That's the hot glue that they use. TMC stepper drivers. I'm gonna say yes, but I don't know yet. Or there is stuff. There they are. What drivers are they? I have absolutely no idea. Is bed powered by 24 volts? Yes, it is. Have you thought about reviewing Anycubic Chiron? I could. The problem is that now it's kind of like old. Kind of missed the mark on the Anycubic Chiron. It's been extremely busy. I just came back from China. Like some part of me is still jet lagged. I've been in Malta now for 3 days. China is awesome. Shanghai. I've been to Shanghai. Absolutely awesome. So, okay. That's closed again. Next, let me just put this here on the side for now. Well, look at the... So, okay, let's do extruder. So that is the extruder. It's all metal. It's not made to look like metal. It's actually metal. It has the filament runout sensor over there. Really nice quality, actually. This, well, there, this part. This is the new Hotend assembly. So, those are the fan ducts. Now, this fan over here cools the Hotend inside. So this fan cools the Hotend. It is fully enclosed and then just comes out here from the front. And you have the side fan here, the blower fan, which blows down and onto each side. This, I still need to confirm, but I do believe that the Hotend is V6 compatible. So it could be a clone of the V6, which means if you get a V6, you can actually swap it out for an original. And here, over here, wait, hold on. There. Those two holes over there, those are for the BL touch mount. So it's just ready there. Hello, Chris. How is Bella doing? Bella's doing extremely well. She was just barking just now. She tends to bark whenever I'm doing a live stream. Okay, hello Ian. Remove the cover. I already did. You can rewind the stream. Now, we have also the rods over here. There. we have some spare PTFE couplers, a couple of nozzles in there. Wait, hold on. There. Some collets, limit switch. These are the balls for the frame brace. And we have another limit switch over here and some more bolts to use. There. Is there an option to buy it with BL Touch pre-installed? I think there is. Currently it's still on pre-order, so I don't know if they have everything set up yet, but there has to be because it is listed on their site. Also on Twitter, on Instagram, they did advertise that the first 10 units that were sold at special price will had BL Touch pre-installed. Take off the Hotend cover. Okay, that didn't take much convincing. All right, quick one. Hopefully it's not too much of a hassle, but we'll take the Hotend cover off. So we'll start off with the fan. Yes, yours, it gives me the creeps as well. That's why my face went all funny. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Yep. Okay. So we have, oh wow. So on the direct drive thing, they said they would, and the site has been modified. But possibly, maybe, they'll do two versions. So it would have a completely different Hotend assembly for the direct drive. Camera. Okay, so that makes life easier. So this is the back of the Hotend. Looks like there are 3 screws to take off. You're never too hard to twist Joe's arm. Oh, it's you know, it's interesting to know. So why not? We'll open it. I'm in no rush. Are you guys in a rush? It could be a take apart video. A build video is sometimes a take apart video. Hoping I don't break anything. Okay. I have the fan over here. I see blue smoke in the future. Well, that is my thing. That's what made me popular initially, blue smoke. Okay, so let's see if that comes off. I think there's still... No. Okay. Let me take these 2 off as well. And here I thought I was just going to assemble 3 bolts and start printing. Okay, there you go. We have liftoff. Okay, so this, oh wow, okay, there. At least it looks like a proper Hotend. I don't have a V6 to test out. Oh wow. Okay, so this is the inside of the front cover. The air from the Hotend fan goes from here and then just passes through there. And we have, okay. All right, so the part cooling fan, it's sectioned off in two. One part comes out from this side, the other part comes out on this side. So there's quite a bit of attention to detail here. I'm quite impressed. Silicone sock. It does look like V6 compatible Hotend though, at least the mount up here. I don't know about the height. We'll see. But yeah, it does look like a Mark 8 nozzle. Okay, I'm going to assume that that's fine. Even though it's already there for a while, I can't stop admiring the mural with all the LED. It's awesome, eh? I absolutely love it. Now, right, I have to put this back together. So, yeah, it goes in there. I'm assuming that that made you happy, guys, enough? It's injection molded, John. So yeah, I think the fact that they made it easy, have V6, means I'll probably end up swapping it out. Because why not? Welcome, Derek. Okay, so that goes there. This, I'm hoping, goes here. Do they like Donald Trump in Malta? They're not get into politics on this channel. But I'd say like any other country, yes and no. Depends who you are. Make sure to follow the instructions when building. I think we're way past instructions now. Andrew, hope you get a Hermes all-in-one to review. Well, technically speaking, now that it's released, I already have a Hermes. I've had one for a while, actually. There. So for the y-axis is 20 by 40, from what I can see. Yep, 20 by 40 for the y, both for the frame and the bed, and 20 by 20 on the x, and 20 by 40 on the z. Beta tester, I bet. No, not exactly. I can't talk a lot about it because, you know, NDA. But yeah, All right. Okay, so that's back in one piece. So now we can actually start assembling. Finally. Full road accessory package. Okay. And 5 by 25. Okay, data man. Say bye now. And I didn't time him out because he said EU sucks, but just because I don't want to talk politics. Simple as that. Okay, so we have those, and now we have that. Okay. Well, I need an assistant. All right, so. Okay, this one goes back here. I could definitely use an assistant. Thank you, guys. Also, who's going to be at Earth in 2 weeks? Who's going to come and say hi? The FDL Dart Launcher, that's awesome. That thing is just too much fun. It's just that it should be illegal. It's too much fun. Okay. Let's just do one for now. Okay, now can do the other one. You can actually switch cameras. No, I can't because that's too small. Why didn't you go to TCT in UK? For 2 reasons. No one invited me. Secondly, I was in Shanghai, actually. I was invited to visit E3D. So that's what I've been doing for the past, well, kind of week. I was there for a few days. But Murph is all I can do. I'll probably be at Murph next year. Hey, Scully, everything is doing well. I'll see you at Earth. Stop by my table for a rest. Absolutely. I definitely will, Mike. That's one. And that's 2. Okay, so We have a base, almost. I still need to put the feet on. Next. Ugh, I hate that noise. Okay. Okay, 1, 2. There goes there. Does look extremely similar to what? To what? Did you meet Naomi in China? No, because I was in Shanghai. Naomi is somewhere close to Shenzhen, I think. And that's like the other side of the country. One band, one downtown. Makes sense, makes sense. I mean, it's fair. Oh yeah, it looks very similar. It's almost identical to the V1. It's just much more polished. Okay, next we need these. Da-da-da. It's not like China is a small place. Absolutely not. It took me 11 hours to fly from Frankfurt to China, and I think 6 of those hours was to actually cross China. Hey, Simster. Okay, oopsie. Louis, all right, yo. Getting there. Takes a bit longer to put together than the original CR-10. I'll tell you that much. Although I did dismantle pretty much all of it in the first 15 minutes. So apparently this has 2208 stepper drivers. Okay, so that goes there. And then we need these to go here, like that. Okay. Next. Ah, okay, that makes sense. So, hey, 3D Man. I had to quit Patreon for a while, moving across the world, but I just decided to get some support going again, so be aware I'm back. Thank you very much, Vincent. I always understand that people have, their priorities, you know? I don't expect anything from anyone, but it's always support, it's always appreciated, so thank you very much, Vincent. Teresa, yes it does. Okay, So this goes somewhere here, like this. Okay, let me just move these out of the way so I know what I'm doing. Okay. So, small. Okay. So these go up here. It'll be easier if I do this. Come on. That's one. There should be it doesn't exactly say where these should attach. I'm assuming they go on the side here, but it has covers. Oops, microphone. VPS, but when the power goes out for 4 hours at a time, it doesn't matter. Exactly. Is it maybe on the side? Yes, it is on the side. That makes much more sense. What Amazon is used in Malta? We tend to use Amazon UK mainly. I mean, I've purchased in the past from Amazon US, but Amazon UK is just, it's the one we tend to use the most. More. Yep, there you go. Okay, that goes there, that looks there. One, two. Okay, next one. I'm waiting for the Amazon drone army. I do believe that if that ever happens here in Malta, I'll just be ordering stuff just to, just to see drones coming by, just for the fun of it. Next. Oh yeah, and also Amazon Germany. I completely forgot. I use Amazon Germany probably the most frequently. Completely forgot about it because they use DHL, and it's usually like it gets to Malta within a day or two. So. Is that in Malta, the Popeye village? I always thought it was in Greece. Yes, Popeye's village is actually in Malta. Popeye's village, the one that was used in the movie Popeye with Robin Williams. And it's okay we don't know that exists because I think it came out in the 70s, if I'm not wrong. It's one of the first Robin Williams movie that ever came out. It just occurred to me that I forgot to put the feet in. Okay, feet. Time for feet. Brexit largely mistake ever by failing government that should never be in power. Oh, Brexit is, it's kind of sad and funny at the same time to watch Brexit unfold. It's a shame though. Okay, so I'm just going to put this on the side for now so I can attach the rubber feet. Okay, that's one. Something tells me I swapped out the bolts for the frame and the feet, but that's fine. I don't like spinach, so I was never a Popeye fan. I never liked spinach, but that was the whole point of watching it, so you get to like spinach. Because you want to be strong like Popeye. What color will the smoke be? Hopefully, doesn't, no smoke. Does it have a 1.1.5 board? No, it has a one. Guys, could you remind me? Was it a 1.2.5? Or 2.5.2, something like that. It's like the Bob Ross of the 3D printing community. And I'm going to make a home for all this filament. Because why wouldn't you make a home for the filament? Filament needs a place to be. It needs a purpose in life. It needs to be printed. It needs to be melted and extruded. So we'll give it a home. Okay. So, that goes there. Oh, it's starting to look like a printer. Next, where did we put the box? There's box. We need that, these, this. Come on. Oh, okay. Put an afro wig on. Sure. Wait for it. Just I'll be right back. First episode of the 3D printing with Bob Ross. I'll donate 50 for the next video with an afro Bob Ross style. That would be hilarious, actually. Okay, let me just check if I forgot anything apart from the cabling, of course. No, so it's just wires now. So we will have to attach this. And I have to attach this. So what you attach is literally just the two stepper motors. And the limit switch. I need to attach the limit switch. Do I see some hexagons in the background? Yes, I did. I did print some hexagons. I printed a few fun hexagons. Hold on. There. Let me show you. See? I use the Hicktop D3 Hero, and come on, this way. So it's in the way. Okay. And then I used Idea Maker to play with their modifiers, so I can have like a honeycomb infill in these, and then gyroid infill there, and then do dual color. Turned out awesome. Just realized I had the camera on that. You guys couldn't see anything. Okay, so I need to attach this, which is the limit switch. Any news on when the winner of the mine manufacturer competition will be announced? It will be very soon, before I go to Earth, for sure. But seeing as I enjoy these things, I need to print the winning design myself to do it. So that's there. Now, this would go here, yes. Idea Maker is very interesting, I have to say. So today what I'm going to be doing, because a lot of people have asked me in the past, I will be creating a quick profile for the CR-10 V2 so you guys can see how I do it. So yeah. So everything will be from scratch. Nothing is pre-sliced. I'm going to create a profile from scratch. Okay. That's a bit too high. And I'll probably be doing quite a few videos on Idea Maker going forward, because that was one of the reasons why I went to visit China, to talk about collaboration with Idea Maker. Okay, that looks fine. So next is adding the wires and attaching them to the box. So we have the aviator cable. Where do these go? Hold on. Oh, wow. Okay, so you have, hold on. Wait for it. There. There's an inlet down here and one up there. So this is interesting. So this is interesting. So how do I get that in there? Wait, hold on. Well, this is a bit of a fail. I'll explain in a second. Let me see how it goes with this one first. So that goes in there. That's fine. Worked perfectly fine. Wait. Okay, that's still working. All right, so You see what the issue is here. I'm assuming, hold on, let me see if the ridge is there. Okay, so this should go in there like that. There's this piece of metal here, which is stopping it from going through because it has this clip. So I don't wish to take it off because that's going to keep it in place. But for now, that will work. Bit of a fail there. Now, next up, blue smoke. Possibly, maybe. We don't have blue smoke. Just going to throw this here for now. I'll show you this way. Let me change the camera. There. Okay, so let's see what I missed. Double check the power supply button. That's already been checked. That's the first thing I always check just in case. Are we there yet? Yes, we are. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is home it. Actually, before I home it, I should probably attach the limit switch, the cable. Okay. Let me just confirm that everything's attached. It's attached. This is also attached. Okay, so let's home. Oh, wow. Like, that is quiet. Like, stupid quiet. It's the fan that you can hear. Not that bad, but that is quiet. Like, really quiet. Okay. Next thing I need to do, I believe I should make sure that the... Hold on, let me switch off the motors. Disable the steppers. I just want to measure. Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to measure the height from the base to the x-axis on each side, just making sure that they're exactly the same. It's about 82.5. That's about 82. Like a half a millimeter over here. We do it 83. Okay, that's done. Now, I'm gonna home it again. Actually, I can just do this. Just to check. Kind of like level the bed a little bit. Oleg, thank you very much for the $10, dude. Thank you so much. Why am I not getting notifications? There it is. Thank you very much. Okay. But I'm guessing it has. I have a feeling that it does have. Let me see if it has like an assisted auto leveling menu. So prepare, preheat. No, it doesn't. Set home offsets. No TF card. Okay. So now that that's done, let me just move axes, move Z. It's so quiet. Like really, really quiet. This is like nothing. You cannot hear it move. Okay. So I'm just gonna still preheat PLA. Just the Hotend for now. What are you printing with all those Pruchas? A few things. That wasn't for me. Never mind. Was that a scratch sound on my headphones? It went through my bones. No, it was just slowly. I slowly moved it. Could be the microphone as well. I still haven't changed it. Hey, Stephen Lightspeed. Hey, Ben. Okay, so that's heating up. Now, since it's been a while, I've decided that today I want to print a benchy. It's been a really long time since I printed a benchy. So I figured, today's a good day to do so. Okay, so that's done. Is there a cooldown? Yes, there is. Change filament function. Okay. All right, so let's jump onto here. There. So we have actually a benchy there. Let's just load the model. Now, I'm going to do on printers. Configuration wizard. So we're going to do others. We'll do the CR-10S version 2. Nozzle diameter 0.4. Build volume is 300 by 300 by 400. Use heat vat. Enable fan speed control. Distance from border of build plate. It's about 0 actually. Rectangle. It's Marlin firmware. 1 extruder. Yep. Gantry height. I'm just gonna ignore that. Export to local disk. Advanced. Let's just reduce those. The maximum temperatures. Oh, that's fine. Okay. So there. If there's any questions you want to ask as I go along with this, please let me know. So I'm going to start slicing. So we have to create templates. Now when you create a template on Idea Maker, you have to use kind of like something that is stock and then just modify that. Hopefully that will change soon. So I should have, Let's do that. But that's a volcano, but that's fine. We'll do PLA. Okay, so there. So now we're going to edit that. We'll do 20% infill, three shells. Skirt only is fine, no support. And then we're going to go to advanced and change a few things. Layer height, 3 shells, overlap. First layer height, I tend to like to have a 0.25 millimeter layer height as a first layer, just so it sticks better. Flow rate is 100%, extrusion with percentage, it's 100. So we'll do fixed layer start point. 150, 300, okay, that should be on the back, but we'll do on the corner. Place seam on, leave that there. Spiral, extruder. I just joined your transmission. Can you tell me new features are in the new V2? Completely different Hotend silent stepper motors, different bed with ultra base, rigid structure with braces, all metal Hotend, all metal extruder, runout filament sensor, power off resume function, 24-volt power supply, which is also a meanwhile power supply, and it looks pretty. Okay, so retraction speed 35 millimeters. It's okay. Retraction material amount, I'm going to do 5.5. Minimum travel retraction, okay. Minimum amount of retraction, extra start. So extra start amount, I'm going to do minus 0.2. Z-hop, I don't like it. Coasting distance. Shouldn't be too much pressure, that should be fine. It's fine. Infill, I'll do rectilinear, 20%, overlap, flow rate. So, top fill layer is 5 and 4, that's fine. Flow rate, that's fine. Angles, support, none. Platform vision, skirt only. We'll do 3 skirt loops. Cooling is 100% on the second layer. Temperature. Infomario, thank you very much for $2. A nice mural. Thank you very much. Speed, 50 millimeters a second, default printing speed, it's fine. Inner shell is 50, outer shell is 25, that's like 50%. First layer speed is 15 millimeters a second, that's fine. Infill speed, we'll also leave it at 50. Bottom fill speed, top fill speed, I'll do 40 as well. XY movement speed, I'm gonna reduce those a little bit just in case. Bridging speed, gap fill, advanced. So enable acceleration control, and remove that. Do 95% for flow rate, and then we can check it out later. I still need to tune a profile for it. Force retraction and layer change, avoid retraction inside model. Avoid throttling through holes. Check thin wall gaps, okay. So that should be fine. Let's have a look. The over the settings, okay. That looks okay. Oh, all right, I know what happened. So let me just do group layers. because I was playing around with the modifiers for the hexagons. Yes, so there. So that should be okay. Okay, that should be fine. Let's see how that goes. Why don't you like Z-hop? I find it that it tends to string with PLA. Is the Prusa Mark III? That is very true. That is very, very true. If you want to try Idea Maker, I left links in the video description where you can download it. And it's free. And for those who are accustomed to using Simplified 3D, you'll find it very familiar. Hold on, I need to, there you go. So, manual CR, okay. Export to local disk, 3D Benchy. Done. You know what I didn't check? Temperatures. Okay, temperature 60. I'm going to do 205 for the glint. Replace. Okay, done. All right, ladies and gents. I hope there are some ladies. Time to print and see how this goes. Was my thingy my bob? Oh, it's over on this side. Ooh, there's an about printer. The other way? No. This way. Ah, okay, that's fine. Print from TF. Okay, so let's see how quickly it heats up the build plate to 60 degrees. It is now 20:06. So first the Hotend is going to go up, then the rest will follow. I need tweezers. I'm always looking for tweezers. I had like a bajillion of them. And I always end up opening a new one. I've been told I'm not very ladylike. Change view? Ah, yes, absolutely. Apologies. Okay, that goes there. Oh yeah, ideally, I would just use a bit of alcohol wipes. So it's starting to heat up the build plate now. 40 degrees. Shana Joe, Shana Donny. Le camera, please. 44 degrees. It's relatively slow, but it's heating up. More zoom. Let it start first. Let it start. There you go. .48 degrees. Takes a while to heat up, even though it's 24 Proving like that with the Ender 3, do you think Pidgey would be able to withstand the Hotend temps if you printed that shroud? Yes, the problem would be lower towards the heat block. That might be a bit of an issue. What are we making? We're doing a benchy because it's been a while. Joe, how's your Ender 5 upgrade going? I actually have another part to upgrade on it, but video on that is coming soon. I haven't continued since last videos because so many things have happened since then. Weird staining on the bed. Yeah, I just wiped it with alcohol wipe. And just left kind of like a residue, which is weird. We'll see. 58 degrees. 59 degrees. So it took about 4 minutes to heat the hot end to 205 and the heat bed to 60. So this is where my on-the-fly bed leveling kicks in. So give me a second. Definitely need to adjust that. Oh wow, that's a bit off. Let me see if I can fix that by the time it gets there. Okay. All right, okay. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, I had to do a quick fix. There you go. That's what I want to get rid of. There. All right. So we're gonna there. On the fly leveling. British code of 3D Hermes. It's just something you learn along the way. You get adapted. You just, get used to it. I didn't see the beginning of the live. Can you remember me? What are the voltages? It's 24 volts. It is like, it's ridiculously quiet. Like you cannot, I honestly, if it wasn't for the fans, you would not hear a thing. Should be easy to print. Yeah, exactly. No stringing. Chicka bow wow. Team viewer Joe. Sure. It's about it. No adjustments needed on the steppers? No, nothing. It seems fine. Can you get the microphone closer? Yes. Like you can hear the fan. But that's all you hear is the fan. So here, like that's the motor, like the stepper motor, nothing. Like here, now you have the Hotend fan and the part cooling fan at 100%. Quieter than the Mark III. If it wasn't for the fans, I'd venture and say probably it is a bit quieter, but mainly because it's just not doing very fast movements as well. Thanks, Joseph. But it is, I mean, it's surprisingly quiet. Like usually you can hear like certain movements, even with I think they have 2208s even on the extruder, because even that's very quiet. The retraction, you cannot hear it. Steve, I didn't feel like it needed any, to be honest. I actually do have a decibel meter somewhere in the garage, I think. Hey, Kit. In other words, keep an eye for your mail later this week. Amazon is a wonderful thing. A lot of people have been having issues with Amazon because apparently we were not allowed to say or mention or write anywhere that if you use Amazon, you'll be using the channel for kickbacks and you wouldn't pay anything extra. But apparently we're not allowed to say that, and there were a few YouTubers who've had their account deleted, like affiliate account deleted, because they said that, or they had it written down in the video description. Asgar, hello. What filament is that, Joe? This is filament 1 Glyn series PLA, the gray. What's the print speed? I said it, I believe I said it at 50 millimeters a second, but it has like really fast acceleration, and it could be truly 50 millimeters a second because that's relatively fast. Usually when you're printing a bench in, you set it to 50 millimeters a second. The acceleration and jerk is so slow, it never actually reaches those speeds. Yes, Quentin, sometimes I think it happened with the artillery sidewinder. No, sorry, the CR-10S Pro. I'd be printing something and I get worried because I don't hear it, and then I realize it's just silent. Derek, no, they're not support, unfortunately. Apparently, they've never been. We just write affiliate links and that's it. We cannot write anything else. This is Chris, and I am watching a video listening to my CR-10S. Juan Manuel, no, you're not too late. You're just on time. Thoughts on the E3D Hermes? You know what? Let me see if I can send a. My thoughts on the Hermes. Ready? See this? Wait, hold on, hold on. Wait, no, the other way. Come on. So you see that? This Pikachu there, that's Ninja Flex. This was printed, I believe, if I recall correctly, it was about 40 something millimeters a second on the Hermes. So it's definitely something I approve of. Just heads up, thermal runaway protection for both the bed and the Hotend are enabled by default. Which is better, this or the Sidewinder? So I cannot judge at the moment, but price for price, I'm going to say Sidewinder because I prefer the direct extruder. I know it's kind of stupid for an $800 printer, hyped up as quiet printer for the best company, neither. Okay. I'm getting a Hermes when they come out. E3D Ender 5 Plus or CR-10S V2? I'm thinking to buy a new printer and I'm thinking about the Ender 5 Plus. Personally, I think I'd still prefer the Ender 5 Plus. Hey 3D Jimmy. So far, looking good. Just needs a bit of tuning on the, what do you call it? The slicer, just for the filament. That's actually looking not bad at all. Yes, Hermes is a direct drive in a smaller than normal package, and they can do that because they're kind of molding the stepper driver enclosure to include certain parts of the extruder inside. How are the puppies? The puppies are growing. They've all been rehomed. I keep kind of catch up with them very often. They're growing, they're awesome, and everyone's happy now. Why the 5 Plus over this? Personally, I like the form factor. I like that it can be easily converted into a Core XY, that it's the bed that moves up and down and just the head that moves X and Y. Because you always have certain limitations in a Cartesian, because you have a lot of inertia when the bed is moving. Joe, hi, have you had a chance to look at the Sapphire Pro? So I put it together. I started printing a test piece, but I noticed that I had a lot of Z-banding, so I have to reprint the next test piece. I had not a few issues. The problem was that I didn't have instructions, so I had to assemble it blindly. And secondly, the unit I received was a slightly older version, so I received my unit. Then in a separate package, I received some updated parts. So it made the build a bit confusing. But other than that, yeah, it's good. I mean, It does have silent drivers on the X and Y, but it has like normal ones on the Z and the extruder. So sometimes it could make some noise, sometimes it doesn't. What I would recommend, what I should have done actually, to be honest, before I started, is just tighten the belts a little bit, because this one, the one on the bed, specifically on the bed, is not too tight. I would have preferred to tighten that up a bit. This filament doesn't show flaws very well. It needs flat gray. Yes and no. I can tell you, like, it still shows, because you can still see on the screen that it does. There, see? But that's mainly possibly a mixture of the belts and a bit of tuning on the slicer profile. Hey Jeff, how are you liking your Artillery X1? I love my X1. It's one of those printers that's gonna stay. 258 viewers and only 81 likes. How dare you? How could you? How are you gonna sleep at night if you don't click on that like button? Like, seriously, come on. Trust me, your life will be much better for it. Your karma will thank you for it. You will become rich and famous and get all the 3D printers you'll ever want in life if you just, press like. Said Bob Ross. Which printer did you put the Hermes on? The Sidewinder, actually. Agreed, Hino. It's slightly over extruding. I could easily adjust that in the slicer. But yeah, for now, I mean, this is the first print. I just made a profile just now, so I'd give it as a print, I'd probably give it so far, or maybe a 6.57 out of 10, because it could be better. Okay, maybe a 7.5 out of 10. Alex just jumped. Thanks, Bo. Will I be able to play the violin when I click like? Yes, and the cello as well. It's a 2-in-1 deal. Alex, awesome. How dare you? Oh my god, how dare you? I feel like Greta now all of a sudden. What FFF profile are you using for 3D on the X1? I use Idea Maker. I've stopped using Simplified 3D probably about 4 or 5 months ago now. because I understand that not everyone wants to pay money for a slicer or their upgrades that are coming. So I switched to Idea Maker because it's free and it's familiar. Printers are on this price. Sidewinder X1. CR-10S Pro, I don't know how much it is, but it should be around 500. Those are probably like in that budget. I think some those would be it. Thanks, Quentin. Joe, there is no flow sensor. There is a filament sensor, but not a flow sensor. Pruciment? No. Filament 1. Vertigo Galaxy? No. Glint Gray. KX, hi from Prague. Hi, Prusa Printers. Hello. Peter Rattle, thank you very much for the 10 euros, dude. So the supports on Idea Maker are custom supports. You can add or remove supports as you please. Very similar to Simplify 3D. So they're fully customizable. You can also add modifier supports like in blocks, remove supports. But so, yeah. Mindset change. Idea Maker is such an underdog. It is pretty good and inspired by Simplify 3D. I personally use a mix of Prusa Slicer, Idea Maker, and Cura. Fully agree that it's an underdog. Simplify 3D is running on borrowed time. Teresa, yes. Go pretend. Kiss Slicer is good, but it feels so complicated. Tribe, that's what the 3D printer sounds like. It sounds like silence, like a fan. Jeff, it's printing at 50 millimeters a second. The shaking that you see is because the camera is on a Gorilla tripod on the bed, so it's not the printer that's actually shaking. I'm just gonna go from the top here, wait until it moves. Not too bad. Bit of work, but should be done quickly. Are you going to get the direct drive add-on for this printer? If it becomes available, yes, I will. If not, I'll get a Hermes and attach it to it. I have a question. Do you have a good S3D profile for the Sidewinder X1? No, but I have an artillery Sidewinder. Sorry, Jesus. I have an Idea Maker profile for this because I stopped using Simplify 3D a while ago. So, Asbjorn, there will be profiles for other printers out there. But you can create for any printer, basically. Which you prefer, idea maker or Prusa slicer? I know they are somewhat similar, but there is also differences. So I tend to use Prusa slicer for Prusa machines only because I find that it works well with them. They're tuned for it. For everything else, I tend to use idea maker. Fine tuning corner. Plus one for me to make a profile for a sidewinder. I need that. All right, I'll make it available. Please say what is new in the V2. Thanks, Christopher. So on the new, it's a different bed with I forgot what they call them. The bed surface already. Anyway, new bed surface, completely new Hotend assembly. It's like a V6 clone. Oh yeah, all metal Hotend, by the way. Important to say that. All metal extruder. Has runoff filament sensor, braces for the frame. It has quiet stepper motors, Meanwell 24-volt power supply, power for zoom function, but doesn't have a noob. Any new build projects coming up soon? I have quite a few projects, but not like I need something like the FDL. I'm still thinking of what next. It's really quiet. I set the extrusion width slightly too much, but that's about it. And then I'll just tighten the belts a little bit. No cap twos in this one. No cap twos on this one. It's really fast though. It prints really fast. I haven't printed a Benchy in such a long time. I'm interested to see when it comes to the arch. I want to see how the cooling fan ducts perform. Ooh, the RC Koenigsegg Agera or Agera. Saw that at 3D Meetup in Sweden. Looks awesome. No glitch filament, and you can easily see major linear lines. What size nozzle layer height is that printed at? Is everything calibrated? Why the uneven layers? William. So it's printed at 0.2 millimeter layer height. You can see the uneven layers. First of all, because the light is set directly on top of it so people can see the uneven layers if there are any. Secondly, this was off the fly profile I just created as a test print, so it still needs fine-tuning. Bear in mind when you see prints, when you see photos of prints, light can play a big role on how good a print will look. Direct light at something will make it look pristine. But if you have lights like this, which is literally pointing downwards, you'll see all the flaws in a print. Ronzavora, have you heard of 3D Wasp, and would you be interested in meeting them at their facility? I've heard of 3D Wasp. I fixed one of their printers in Malta a while back because apparently their customer support isn't that great. But I know they're Italian. Z-Hop is off, don't like it. Okay. Are you sure it's retraction bumps and not... Wait, are we talking about this or... So usually when I have stringing and the temperature is right and the speed is right, retraction is right, and still have stringing because of Z-Hop, I tend to remove Z-Hop and then I will enable wipe. So here, let me make those layers disappear. See, it looks perfect. Not so perfect. Go from top, and you can see exactly where the flaws are. And if you want to tune a slicer, you need to see those. And one of the tricks to tuning your slicer is to see if that possibly is extra restart distance or retraction. What you do is you try to find that spot on the slicer and see what movement it was doing, so you can see whether or not it had to do with retraction and stuff like that. Hey Aaron, had you seen Gasp 1 Flying Wing? I might print that. No, I haven't, JSB. I was trying to fast forward and I realized this is live. Sorry. Let me know if my hair grows back in the future if you manage. How's the likes? How are the likes doing? I need to check the likes. 140 likes, okay, getting better, getting better. Still through 237 watching. Yeah, you know, for those 97 people, your wishes are not going to come true if you don't press like. I mean, that's how it works. My Ender 2 prints better. You've probably had your Ender 2 for what, a couple of years now? I've had this for the better part of 1 hour, and I just created the first profile, so, you know. It's definitely, so this belt is not that tight. This could use a bit more tightening. So that's a factor. The fact that it's a brand new profile. I keep on, I feel like I have this conversation every single time I have a printer. These are things that happen. This is the first print out of a fresh profile. It's not going to be perfect. You will never get it perfect, especially if you shine a light on it. It takes time, but it's, I mean, come on, it's not that bad. If there is some time, could you give your patrons some thoughts if there will be community stuff going on beside travel announcements? Not me to force you into it. No, absolutely. Peter, yes. I actually have a couple of things that I need to share with my Patreons. But for the past 3 days since I came back from China, it's been an absolute crazy few days. But I actually have set some time tomorrow to write a bit of an article for Patreons. It can be done in Slicer to tune those layers, but you also have to make sure that the machine is done right. That the belts are definitely needs tightening. That the belts are tight enough, and once you know that that's fine, the rest is usually slicer tuning. So the one thing Creality has never done is an easy way to tighten the belts. Like you have to undo the two side screws, pull it with your hand, and then tighten it. Same thing with the Y belt. So there's no like you get a screw. The more you tighten it, the more the belts tighten. Will you make a review on this printer? Yes, I will. Long plane ride to China. It was 2.5 hours from here to Frankfurt, then 2.5 hours layover, then 11 hours to China. See what you made me do. Started a benchy print. Always good to do a test every now and again between other prints. Very true. How was the plane trip anyway? Long and tiring, and I don't tend to sleep on planes, but I did have like some sleeping pills which I got from the pharmacy at the airport, which kind of did the trick. Made me sleep for like 5 or 6 hours, which I was happy with. Okay. Seven more peoples are going to have their wishes granted, by the way. Okay, so that's 7, 8, 9, almost 2 hours. What filament is this? This is filament 1 Glint Series Gray. And I think I took something called Nitol. I went into the airport pharmacy and asked him for something over the counter, and he asked me, what do you need? I told him, I need something that, as soon as I open the package, I'm just going to pass out for 15 hours. He stayed looking at me. So how do you control your slices settings for your many printers? IdeaMaker makes it relatively easy because you create a profile for each printer, and then you can, within that printer, you can create a profile for each filament. So it makes it much easier. Semster, not necessarily, depending on, if you fine tune your slicing and the printer is in good shape, then you shouldn't get those layer lines. You might get them, but it's unlikely once you finally tune a print profile. Just curious, do you plan on doing another one of those live Q&A where you can tag you on Twitter for advice on prints? Yes, you can actually, I have a couple of videos of those coming out. Send me
issue you have on Facebook, 3D Maker Noob, and yeah, I'll see if I can include it.
I dropped Pikachu. There you go.
Liking the video made the video stream stop. That's because someone wished for it to stop. See? They liked it and then they said, I wish this could stop. Just stop. Have a nice evening, Yoris. Ever used the Garolite build plate? Yes, I have, actually. I used it on the Meta Hackers Pulse, and I printed with nylon. What is the profile that you are using as of right now? This is just the new profile I did on Idea Maker. Have a good one, Heino. Downloading Idea Maker now to take a look. Awesome. Good morning. I have a problem. 3D printer Creality CR-10 V2 no longer works. Stand display error. Unfortunately, that doesn't tell me much. And then the first set of upgrades and orders, I think was, yeah, it was, oh my god, the Ain't AH. Oh wow. Is there a way to stop Idea Maker from sending a data file with the G code? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. There is. There is. I have to find where it is. Let me see. Ugh. I can't find it, but there is, because I saw it. Because someone asked me last time about it, and I saw it. Now, the reason why that G code is there is because in there's pretty much all the slicer information. So you can literally create a slicer profile out of the G code with all the information that it has. I can't find it, but it's there somewhere. Yes, you can. You can definitely remove all that stuff from the G code. It is CR-10S version 2, as far as I'm aware. Because this is the, oh no, it is the CR-10 V2. Oh, right, okay. I'll edit it. Once the stream finishes, I'll edit it. Let me see if I can edit it now, actually. Hold on. I don't know if it will allow me. Oh, yes, it will allow me. Save. Okay, sorted. Thank you for that. That's good. They went all metal Hotend just now. I just had another failure. Thank you very much, Mindforge. Thank you so much. Any else? Joe, any tips to get rid of the budge corners? It's a budge corner. Sorry, my English might be weird. Display error message, Hotend fan deactivates, no fixed. I am very disappointed because have been in trouble and I'm sorry, Marcus. I am so sorry, but I'm trying to decipher what you're saying. Hello, first let me thank you for all the content you have been creating, especially on the Zeos. It saved my life. Keep the good work. You're welcome. That is probably one of my most popular videos ever. Hey, Michael. The bit on my CR-10 is just not working today, and I'm not sure why. It's upset because the machine has been running non-stop for 6 months with no. I'd say connections. That's the first place I'd look for. Then maybe some fuse inside. Was there a notification on this live stream? I hope so. I set up the live stream about 2 hours before because I wasn't sure I was gonna make it, but it should have been. This version will cost more. Bulge fat corners. That would be linear advanced settings. Hello, what filament are you using? That is Filament 1 Glint Series Gray PLA. Hydromakers, thank you. Now you can make a wish and it will come true. Did you find anyone in China that spoke Maltese? No, I barely found anyone that spoke English. Just to say, here's a Portuguese saluting you from Luxembourg and a recovery addict from your videos. Well, technically speaking, I don't endorse going cold turkey on my videos. Michael, they're being sent out. I have all the envelopes printed out because I was in China, as you probably know. Everything is being sent out this week, and I'm so happy that it's finally being sent out, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. It was taking too long, and I'm sorry. Life caught up with me, but everything's fine now. But I have so much to do now in the next 2 weeks before I get to Earth. And I don't want to have a backlog before I go there. Although when I went to Bali, I did meet someone who spoke Maltese, who was a Maltese actually, which is very rare. Same here in Magic 3D printing. Hey, Burtmeister. Let me see if we can adjust that a little bit. Wait. Let me see, maybe I can give you a bit of a better view if I do this. Hold on. Hold there. There you go. And just put the camera slightly up. There. All I have to say, so the actual inside of the canopy and the box at the back, those look flawless. Evening, everyone. Good evening, Brit Hawks. Good night, everyone. Good night, Clash. Want a live build about workbee CNC router? I don't know what a workbee CNC router is. Imagination to form. I'll be reviewing the Frozen 4K. Are you in space? I could be. I'm not sure. So my original CR-10 is at Magigoo at the moment. They're borrowing it. Good idea. Maker runs on Linux. I guess I'll give it a try. Awesome. Finish my repair frame. Now just need to motivate myself to choose color and print parts for upgrade. How much time does it take approximately? To print the parts, you can possibly do it in a day or two. To put it together, you'll need another day. Mindforge, thank you very much, dude. Is there a 3D printed extruder assembly in the frame? If so, will you make the files available? No, the extruder assembly is actually injection molded. But maybe they'll make them available in 3D printing format. Benchy's looking very nice. The walls on the Benchy are flawless, are absolutely flawless. Where can I find a discount cup on this 3D printer? At the moment, there are no discounts because it's in pre-order. But if you go on Creality's Instagram, you can check because they have put up an offer for now. Watching a bench being printed, that's close enough, right? That's exactly the same thing. Although, Ollie, if you click like, you can watch the Benchy and the printer will assemble itself for you. Just saying. Do you get any Bontex stuff lying around? If so, isn't the SLS nylon the best feeling thing ever? Yes. Funnily enough, I have the Lisa Pro Care package with some prints in it. SLS is awesome. I need to get me a machine one day. Hello, Malta from California. Looks like I missed the build. I will have to go back and watch it. Unfortunately, so, Copper. What camera support you are using now? It's a Gorilla tripod. Greetings from Russia, Siberia. Wow, awesome. Greetings. So here's something we discussed about the slicer. So you see how the walls in here, sorry, hold on, let me make them pointy. Here, the walls inside, those are perfect. Yet here, you can see a bit of layer lines. That tells me that since that is perfect and this is not, this is slicer tuning. It's not printer tuning, because if it was printer tuning, I'd have the same lines over on those walls as well. Oh, too bad I've already clicked like. Oh, see, You've wasted your wish. You know, we need more and better Delta printers. I will be getting a Delta printer to review soon, but it's not going to be like a budget 3D printer. It's the Trilabs Deltic 2, which is an amazing looking machine. What filament are you using? I should really leave a link for this filament. I'm going to leave a link for the filament because it'll be much easier. It's filament 1, Glint series, PLA. Glint series gray, this one. So, copy. This is the filament I used. Okay, and the link now should also be in the video description. Can deltas be better? Personally, yes, I believe they can. And they can be much quicker as well, and better. On your wall display, you need a George Cross on Gozo. I do have a George Cross on Gozo on my wall display. That was one of the things that I had to have. Should get used to TAS 6 for 1K or question mark serious? I've never tried a TAS 6, so I cannot say. This filament works in the temperature range of Vertigo Galaxy. It's PLA, so it works in a PLA range, like 195 to 205, something like that. Do these glitter type filaments have particles inside that would wear a copper nozzle down faster than normal PLA? No, PLA. Well, no, they don't. Because it's just like glitter. It's not abrasive. I want to make this clearer. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Personally speaking, I'd also consider the D3 Hero, the Hicked Up D3 Hero, because that thing is awesome. Okay, are you seeing any ghosting around the portholes? Let me check. No ghosting whatsoever. Like literally nothing, actually. This is impressive. No ghosting. I'd retract my 7.5 out of 10. I'd give this an 8, 8.5 out of 10. Very little is wrong with this print. So far. What layer height is the slice at? 0.2 millimeters. Any thoughts on the Hermes that you can share yet? I believe it's going to be an excellent add-on to any printer. It prints flexibles beautifully and quickly, especially if it's Ninja Flex. Hold on. Let me see if I got in. No, there you go. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, all right. Okay. So, let's see if I can. Get the zoom. There it is. There, a bit of zoom. This mesmer, I can never get fed up of watching this. That looks insane. Okay, I'm happy. That is really good quality. It makes me happy. Okay, so chat went quiet. I don't know. It's a bit too quiet. No, okay. Back up again. Why is everyone so quiet? Or is the thingamabob my connection? Is it? No. Hey, 3D print Van King. We can make some noise. You can scream. Hi, Electricity was great back home and back to work. Finished the printer, and I think Creality had a stall there with this printer. Awesome. Just joined. When is this out? Research. I think it should be on pre-order at the moment. It should be out very soon. So quiet we are. What was you in China for? Did you have fun? What was you in for China for? I went to visit Race 3D and had lots of fun. Awesome city. The food is amazing in China. Okay. It's kind of quiet here. CR-10 V2 and the CR-10S. There's quite a lot of difference actually, because this is new. The CR-10S is now over a year old, so the technology is older. It's not as quiet. Completely different Hotend. Not sure it has run-out filament sensor, but it should have power for zoom function, I think. It's 12 volt, not 24 volt. Ice creams. Already said that I have no idea what the word BCNC router is, or router. Okay, so while you guys are eating, it is 9:15 in the evening here, and I haven't eaten my dinner yet. I'm starving. So I think we've established that the print quality is quite good, especially for a quick sliced profile. Few tunings, bit of belt tightening, and it should be perfect. It's very quiet. I like it, even though it still comes out with the separate electronics box. Pays tribute to what the CR-10 was. Sorry, apologies. Okay, so give me a second. I just got to go ahead to do something. Hold on just a second. Hold on. So let me just show you guys, because you've been asking me a lot about it. So, and I just got the go ahead that it's fine to talk about it. So while that's printing, you guys want to talk about this? See? Told you I had a Hermes. So this is the Hermes. Hold on, because yes. Let me just make that quiet. So yeah, this is the Hermes. This is the new upcoming extruder from E3D. And I don't know if you can see that in there. The amount of gears in there is insane. The quality is exceptional. It is geared 3-to-1. It still uses a standard Hotend. You can use a Volcano with it. This is a standard V6. Something really awesome. So this is what you use to sort of put the filament in. In order to tighten it, you do it from up here, rather than before when you had to do it from the back. So yeah. Michael, thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much, man. Have a nice evening and happy printing. Thank you so much, buddy. So yeah, that's the Hermes. And I have one mounted on the Sidewinder. Okay, back to this. I was about to bid you all good night. Cheers, love. Lots of love from love. It is. It's amazing print quality. So this is the part I was waiting for, to look at the overhangs on... let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. This is what I'm interested in. I want to see the overhangs and how they print. Oh, come on. This is what's important because I want to see how the cooling fan ducts work. How long will you stream? Probably about another 5 to 10 minutes, honestly speaking, because I'm starving and I was just waiting for this. So there's also something, I like a little bit of, it's kind of like, it's not really top secret. Well, it is top secret, but it's like a grapevine. But I have like insider information which I can disclose. So remember when I said that that is possibly a V6 clone? I have it on. I have some information that might suggest that when this V2 starts shipping, it might actually have genuine E3D V6 Hotends inside. And if that is the case, that is probably one of the best moves Creality could possibly ever make. Derek Kirkendall, thank you very much for the 25 bucks. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lunch is on. Oh, I'm gonna have an epic lunch with that. The fan is on 100%, and that overhang is really good actually. It's expected to do that there, because now it's the last one. That is quite decent. We know that you have secrets on info on Prush's next project. Of course I do, but you know. Oh yes, that would sell it to me. Meanwhile, a new E3D. So yeah, I mean, that would be awesome. That would be definitely awesome if they first stringing. That's just that part. Acceptable. I don't know. So yeah, a V6 Hotend, possibly when it starts shipping. So if it's a direct extruder, oh, it would be awesome if it was like. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut the stream short because I'm running out of batteries. And this is gonna die very soon. So thank you guys for joining. I love you guys very much. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. It won't be too long before I do another live stream. But yeah, my battery's dying. It's literally flashing. It's about to say bye. I was simply saying that I'm so happy to see a Chinese company going legitimate with meanwhile power supplies and original E3D V6 Hotends. And it would be the same enclosure, but just an original V6 like full Hotend. So it wouldn't be as noisy, it would be the same noise as this. Whew, okay, we made it that far. I'm out of batteries, I forgot to charge them. I didn't expect to stay this long anyway, 2.5 hours. All right, so yeah, good night. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining. Thank you for those who supported me through donations on the channel. It means the world to me. Thank you to my Patreons, and thank